I'm Rose Velasco with Women's Empowered Health Solutions. Today we're going to go through a little Hatha flow. To begin, we're going to come to a tight child's pose with the knees on a blanket. Reach the arms far out in front of you, placing the forehead on the mat. And if that doesn't work, you can always place your forehead on a block. Here, we're going to set an intention for our practice today. Let's set the intention of listening to the body, to staying centered with the breath, and bringing union to body, mind, heart, and soul as we flow through this moving meditation. And then come to the breath. Feel the entire rib cage expand. As you exhale, let the breath be long and slow. Slowing down the breath slows down the thoughts. Good. Now we're going to come up to a tabletop position. Take a few cat-cows here. So with the wrists shoulder width apart, the fingers nice and wide, index fingers pointing forward, tops of the feet to the mat. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the tailbone and the chin. Draw the shoulders back, opening up through the collarbones. As you exhale, curl tailbone under, bring navel to spine, chin to chest. Good. Inhale, opens front body. And exhale, through the back of the heart. Very nice. One more time. Inhale, drop belly, lift tailbone and chin. And exhale, curl tailbone under, chin to chest, navel to spine. Very nice. Then find a neutral spine, the crown of the head reaching forward. Again, wrists are under shoulders, knees are under hips. We'll reach the right foot back, toe pads are curled under. Lift that right heel up. Roll the thighs inward and the toes will be pointing towards the earth. Keep that foot flexed. Find a drishti point, something that's not moving at the front of your mat. And float left arm up, bicep next to the ear, palm facing center line. Very nice. Feel your balance. Begin to strengthen in through the core, the thigh, the arm. And then lowering the hand down, lower the toe pads down, press the heel back. Place the left hand on the mat under the nose. Spin the right heel down as you lift the left foot up and spin it off of the mat. Lift the right arm up. Very nice. Make a few circles here. And then lower the hand back down, spinning on the knee, coming back to tiger pose. Lower that right knee down, extend the left foot back, toe pads curled under. Float the heel up. Keep the thigh rolling inwards. Draw the navel to the spine. Keep pressing down through the left hand, top of the right foot. Find that drishti point. Float right hand up, bicep next to the ear. Sunbird. Continue to breathe as you find your balance. Lowering the right hand down, followed by the left toe pads. We're going to lift the right heel as we spin the left heel down. Place that hand underneath the nose. Lift the left hand up and make a few circles with the arm. Very nice. Coming back to tabletop position, lowering the left knee down. We're going to curl toe pads under both feet this time. Lift the knees, scoop the hips back and up into downward facing dog. And here, place the strength into one of your arms as you move the blanket off to the side. Pedal the feet, downward facing dog. Lifting one heel, bending into that knee, sinking the opposite heel. Be certain that your shoulders are rolling outwards here. The ears are in line with the biceps. We're creating space between shoulders and ears. And then soften into the ankles. You can have a bend into the knees as you lift the tailbone up to the sky. Good. Lift the right leg up high into the air. Bend into the knee and open the hips to the long edge of the mat. You may notice that left armpit start to sink towards the mat. Straighten the shoulders out. Keep them square to the mat. Rotating that ankle. And then straighten the leg. Square the hips. Lower the foot. Other side. Sink right heel down. Lift left foot up. Bend the knee. Open the hips to the left side of the mat. Keeping the hips nice and open. Keeping the shoulders squared to the mat. Very nice. Straighten the leg. Square the hips. Lower the foot. Let's take knees mat width apart. Big toes together. And hips back to the heels for child's pose. A nice wide child's pose this time. Come back to your intention. Come back to your body and your breath. You can rotate out the wrists here if you like. And then find some stillness, palms facing up. Good. Coming back up to tabletop position. The magic is in the pause in yoga. Anytime we take a little rest, always come back to the breath. Feel the heartbeat. Listen to the body. From tabletop position, curl the toe pads under. Come back into downward facing dog. Lift the right leg up high into the air. Bend into the knee and draw the knee into the chest as you come up high onto those left toes. Look forward. Step the right foot next to the right thumb. Coming to runner's lunge here. You can take blocks underneath the hands. Notice if you're standing on a tightrope or train tracks. Step the left foot outward a little. Press down through the right foot. The knee is directly above the ankle here. Press down through the right foot. Lift the torso up. Be up high on those left toes for a high crescent lunge. Very nice. Deep inhale. Reaches fingertips up as shoulder blades and shoulders are resting down. Exhale, cactus shape with the arms. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fly. Inhale, arms down, forward and up. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, arms up and fly. It's good to have a sort of drishti to the look of your eyes to help keep you balanced. Inhale, arms up, last time. Exhale, cactus. Open across the heart. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, fly. Very nice. Lower the hands down to the mat. Step the right foot back to the top of a push-up here. We're going to lower the knees. Exhale, chest forward and down. Keep the elbows into the sides, heads up, shoulders back. Ashtanga Namaskar. Tops of the feet come to the mat and the hips. Inhale up to a baby cobra. Exhale down. Reach the arms behind you, palms facing down. Inhale, heart forward and up. Lift the hands. And down. This time we're going to add in the legs. Inhale, hands and heart. And feet. Very nice. Lowering down. Bring the hands under the shoulders. Press the mat away from you. Come to a nice tight child's pose, Balasana. And then inhale up to tabletop position again. Exhale, hips back and up, downward facing dog. Looking between the hands, we're going to step that left foot forward. So lift the left leg up high into the air. Draw the knee into the chest. Step the left foot forward. Again, we are on a train track, not tightrope. Find a drishti point. Inhale, rise up with the torso. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fly. Inhale, circle, sweep arms up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, up. Exhale, sweep the hands behind you and fly. One more round of that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale and fly. Very good. Lower the hands down. Step left foot next to right. Come into Uttanasana. Any blood pressure issues, you're going to keep the head up above the heart. Hands at the shins, below the knees. Otherwise, we're going to surrender the head, the spine. Coming to that full Uttanasana. You can have a bend into the knees as much as you need to protect the low back. Good. Lift up halfway. Press down through the feet. Hinge up at the hip creases. Arms come out to the side and up. All the way to extended Tadasana. Exhale, Pranamasana. Shoulders resting down, elbows back. Close the eyes if you're feeling stable. Bring a micro bend to the knees so we're not locking them out. Here's your pause. Feel the sensation of palms and fingers connected. Good. Opening the eyes, placing the hands on the hips. We're going to take a block, actually, place it at the tallest setting at the front of the mat, tallest setting at the back of the mat. And now coming to your nice strong Tadasana. Hands on the hips. Take a large step back with the right foot. Sink the heel down and open the hips to the long edge of the mat. You can lengthen out your stance as much as you need so that the left knee stays directly above that left ankle, not forward from it. It can be above or slightly behind. Outer edge of the back foot is parallel to the back of the mat. Head over heart, heart over pelvis. Bring the arms up. Gaze over the left fingertips. Virabhadrasana 2. Reverse your warrior. Right hand to the back of the right thigh. Left arm up. Back to warrior 2. Hinge through the left hip. Reach through the left fingertips. You can place the left elbow on the left knee. Bring right bicep by the ear, palm facing down. Draw the right shoulder back. Good. You can keep the elbow at the knee, but if you feel you're dumping all your weight, Straighten into the arm. Now press down through the left foot. Come back up to your warrior two. Straighten into the left leg. Reverse your Trikonasana. And then we move into Trikonasana. Pull the right hip back, reach to the left fingertips. You've got a block right there, bringing the right hand up. If you feel yourself putting all of your weight onto that left block, I'm going to encourage you to draw the navel into the spine. Keep pressing down through the big toe mound of that left foot to keep from hyperextending the knee. And then maybe even just pressing the back of the hand into the left shin. Good. Bend into the left knee, come back up to warrior two. Hands come to the hips. We're going to bring the toes pointing towards the long corners of the mat and bend into the knees for Devyasana. Inhale, 5-pointed star, look up. Exhale, Devyasana. 2 more times. Inhale, straighten elbows and knees, and exhale, bend. Last time. Inhale, 5-pointed star, and exhale. Very nice. Hands come to the hips. We're going to straighten into the legs and kick the left heel out so the outer edge is parallel to the front of the mat. Point the toes of the right foot to the back of the mat. Bend into the knee. We're still keeping the body open to the long edge of the mat. We center our torso over the pelvis, gazing out over the right fingertips. Check in with the right knee. Reverse your warrior. Parsvottanasana. Right elbow to right knee. Left bicep next to the ear. Pull the shoulder back, open the heart. Back up to warrior two. Straighten the right knee. Reverse your Trikonasana. Bringing torso back up, reach through the right fingertips as you pull the left hip back. Nice long spine. If you feel your torso bending so you can reach your foot, use a block. We have a nice long energetic line from all along the spine, from the crown of the head to the tailbone. Very good. Bend into the knee. Warrior two. Hands to the hips. Outer edges of the feet are parallel to the short edges of the mat. As we come into a wide leg forward fold, we're going to hinge at the hip creases. Bring a block underneath the hands here. Wrists under the shoulders as you lean forward slightly. We don't want to be leaning back into our forward fold. Placing the right hand under the nose, spin belly, ribs, and shoulders to the left. Gaze up. Replace left hand with right. Belly, ribs, and shoulders to the right. Nice twist here. Keeping the hips squared to the mat, not letting that left hip sink down. Very nice. Coming back. And now if it's in your practice, we're going to bring the hands to the floor and surrender the crown of the head. You can widen your stance here if you like. Maybe the hands are still at some blocks. Maybe the crown of the head surrenders even closer to the earth. Keep pressing down through the balls of the arch and the arches of the feet. Protecting the knees here. You can hold on to the ankles. Breathe into the sits bones, all the muscles of the buttocks, hamstrings, groins. And bringing the hands underneath the shoulders again. We can take block under the hands. Bring a micro bend to the knees as you engage the glutes and the core. Hands to hips, hinge up. And then heel toe the feet together, coming to the front of the mat. Find your mountain pose. Find the magic in the pause. Here we refrain from fixing the clothes, the hair. We just be. Notice the heartbeat, the breath, the body, the mind. We're going to move into a yogic squat now. Bringing the feet a little more than hips distance apart, toes pointing at a slight angle outward. Inhale, arms above head. As you exhale, hands down through the center line. We'll bend into the knees coming into the squat. If the ankles are tight, the heels will lift. That's okay. But if you can get the elbows inside the knees, the inner edge of the knees, we're going to draw thumbs towards sternum, sternum towards thumbs. Maybe the elbows are on top of the knees today, and that's perfectly fine. We'll lower the hands behind us. Come on to the sits bones. With the knees, hips distance apart, soles of the feet are to the mat. We're going to imagine there's a string pulling your heart center forward. Nice long spine here. Hands can come to the backs of the thighs as you come up onto the toes. Maybe this is your boat pose, Navasana today. Maybe you play around with lifting one foot. Keep the heart coming forward so we're not hollowing into the chest. Maybe you lift another foot. Maybe you bring the arms out to the sides. Good. Find your gaze. Curl the corners of your mouth up. We won't be here forever. Breathe. And then take the hands to the backs of the knees and roll onto your back, drawing knees to chest. Appanasana, nose comes into the knees. Exhale it all out. Very nice. And then bring the soles of the feet to the mat. Feet are going to be hips distance apart. Heels are going to be close to the sits bones but not touching. Just out of reach of the fingers. You can place a block between the knees here if you like. If you don't want a block between the knees, keep the knees the same distance as the feet. Press down through the hands. Press down through the back of the head and shimmy the shoulder blades together just a tiny bit so that they lay flat on the mat. As we move into bridge pose, we press down through the balls of the feet, press forward through the knees, soften the glutes, lift the heart, lift the pelvis, and then lower down vertebrae by vertebrae. Sacrum is last. We're going to take that one more time. This time, if you'd like to bind the hands underneath the sacrum, please feel free. Press down through the balls of the feet, forward through the knees. Shimmy shoulder blades together. Keep looking up. Keep the nose pointing up. You can interlace the fingers underneath the sacrum. Press the arms down, lift the hips up, press knees forward. Your expression of bridge. Open through the throat. And then release the hands And lower vertebrae by vertebrae all the way down. Very nice. Draw the right knee into the chest. Straighten the left leg long on the mat. Interlace the fingers behind the right thigh and allow the sole of the foot to point towards the sky as we draw that right knee towards the armpit. Half happy baby. Keep the left foot flexed. Release the right sole of the foot to the mat. And then bend into the left knee. Sole of the foot comes to the mat. Pause and feel the body. We draw left knee into the chest. Straighten the right leg. Keep the foot flexed, pressing through the heel. And then interlace the fingers behind that left thigh. Bring a 90-degree angle to the knee, sole of the foot towards the sky. We're drawing the knee into the left armpit. Very nice. Now we're going to take a full happy baby. Hands can stay at the back of the thighs. They can come to the ankles, outer edges of the feet if you'd like. Or you can take the peace fingers and wrap them around the big toes as you pull the knees down towards the armpits and open up through the groin. If you'd like to go a step further, you're going to lace the backs of the arms around the backs of the legs and grab a hold of the outer edges of the feet and then draw the knees down. Tip the pelvis forward slightly, flattening the sacrum onto the mat, and see how that changes the dynamics of the pose. Soften the jaw. Good. Now release the feet down to the mat. Keep the knees bent. Soles of the feet are mat width apart. Move any blocks that may be in the way. We'll windshield wiper the legs. Keeping the feet planted where they're at, we're going to roll onto the outer edge of the left foot, inner edge of the right foot as the knees drop to the left. Breathe into that right hip flexor. Bring the knees back up to center and over to the other side. We're rolling onto the arch of the left foot, outer edge of the right foot. Breathe into that left hip flexor. And then begin to just bring a little bit of movement back and forth. Windshield wipers. Yoga is like clearing all of the bugs off of the windshield. It helps to clear out the chitta in the mind, in the wisdom body. Good. Our own personal consciousness. Cleaning the windshield wipers cleaning the bugs off of the windshield so we can get true wisdom from Chit, source consciousness. And that's what yoga does for us. It helps us to see clearly, think clearly, get clear knowledge and wisdom from source. Good. Find some stillness. Straighten the legs out nice and long. If you have your folded blanket nearby, you can place it right over the pelvis for a sense of grounding. As you relax into your Shavasana, flatten the shoulder blades onto the mat, palms facing up, soften into the ankles. Release the jaw. Let the tongue rest in the mouth. Eyeballs resting in the backs of their sockets. Surrender. Just let go. Let the breath breathe itself. As you bring all awareness to the space between the eyebrows and let go into source consciousness. You can remain here as long as you like. No need to rush. Relish your rest.